So Operation ASHA, I'm going to say. My scenario is learning to control my patience, because if you ask everyone in my life, I have no patience. So the planning for this is that, I learned that the Operation ASHA is for measurement and is low cost, unlike other organizations that aren't low cost and that will charge you just for help. And so this operation is low cost for people who do not have the money to spend. This operation was created for the tuberculosis in India, and that's kind of where it started. So I'm trying to improve my patience. Like I said, I have none. I'm working on it, but it is something that I'm not very good at. So these actions that I took were to find what would help me calm down, take a second, and recoup to not be impatient type thing. So for that, to help me calm down, what helps me calm down is painting, coloring, just taking a step back, watching what's around me, just kind of those things that help me relax, and being able to take that deep breath and just tell myself it's okay, you're gonna be fine, it's not the end of the world type thing. That's what the actions I were taking, was trying to find what those things were. My execution, I approached the scenario slowly, but these are things impatience isn't just, during this situation specifically. It does happen in everyday life, so being able to do these things every day is helpful, but I needed to learn, for those times that I was very impatient and that I really needed to work on it, is where it all came in. And when it does happen, when it does get bad, I would take the step back and take a deep breath and give myself a second to calm down and see what would help me, get out of that mindset. And that's where it would be okay, well, if I color, would this help me? If that doesn't help me, I would take time and read an article or something that would help, or even listening to calming music, something that would be there to help, what would help that specific time or that specific situation, scenario, whatever, or even thought. So yeah, and then I would give myself a second to calm down and do that activity, or just give myself a second, sit down, take a breath, even if that would help. That's what I would do. Some surprises or insights that I had were that it would take, taking the deep breath would help, sitting down would be the best way, but that wasn't the plan for all of them, I guess. I wouldn't say plan, but that wasn't what happened with all of them. There would be other ones that it would take me a bit longer, where I would have to sit down, take a deep breath, color, paint, do multiple things to help me calm down. And yeah, so it just took me, that was my surprise, was that it doesn't help all the time. I had to figure out different ways, even if it wasn't coloring or painting or anything, what would be that thing to help me in that situation. And something that I have insight for on the AI is the positiveness about it. I realize that probably sounds weird, so the positivity about it is another way to say it. I like being positive in general. Excuse me. So being able to keep that positive mindset helps a lot. And I plan to implement it by having that positive attitude towards whatever the thing that I'm doing, the thing that I'm thinking about, or I'm planning to do, whatever it is, I'm going to keep that positive mindset and think about like the strengths or the pros of what could go right, what will go right. If I do this, it's going to go right type thing, instead of thinking, well, if I do this, is it going to go wrong? What could go wrong, or what will go wrong? Like, kind of those things, like taking those things and taking them out of my head and putting the strengths and the pros in, like I said. And the outcome, of course, is that I want to help my patients calm down and not be so out of whack in those days that it is stronger than other days where it's worse. And just being able to take that step back, deep breath, and do those things that help me calm down, and just making sure my patients is taken care of a little bit more. Thank you.